This video explains the basic operation with reference to the textbook. Let's download the textbook first.
Click Help, Pattern. Click PDF. Click Basic Operation and download it. Let's start on page 3. It explains the Canvas screen. The menu is shown by a ribbon type. When you switch between the menus, you will see large icons. You can minimize the icons to make the canvas area more visible. Right-click the ribbon menu and select Minimize the ribbon. Even if the ribbon is minimized, the icons are still visible, so you can select the menu. To undo, right-click on the menu and uncheck Minimize the ribbon. There are two ways to display the menu. Click Management, Options. Select either the classic or the ribbon type. Here, we do with the ribbon type. Go to page 4. When you start Pattern Magic 2, you will see the Home menu. You can add more menus. Click Management, Options, Edit Home menu. Let's add the Data Opening and Saving menu to add data to the database. Once you have added, click OK greater than Apply. Click Home menu to see the menu you have added. Go to page 5.
Let's take a look at the layout of the software using the Move menu as an example.
On the top left of the canvas, you will see the guide message. On the right of the canvas, you will see the parameter panel. As you proceed, the guide message in the upper left corner of the canvas will change according to your actions. You can proceed according to the guide message. The parameter panels has 3 colors. Gray, green, and orange. Gray panel is used for functions that operate on both parted and unpieced objects. Green panel is for functions that operate only on unpieced objects. Orange panel is for functions that operate only on pieced objects. Go to page 6. This is about mouse operations. The left button allows you to click, drag and select. The right button displays pop-up menu. Scroll the mouse wheel to zoom in and out of the screen. Scroll up to zoom and scroll down to zoom out. When the mouse wheel is pressed in, you can see a hand symbol. If you move the mouse at this time, you can shift the screen. Go to page 7. It is about object selection. Click to select objects. If you click another object, it unselects the previous object. To select multiple objects, shift-click them. On the right side of the canvas, there is a pieced object. You cannot select only a line of pieced objects. To select a line from pieced objects, activate Inner Piece mode. To select multiple lines, shift-click lines. Go to page 7. It is about drag selection. When you drag around an object, sometimes unwanted lines are selected. This is due to the difference of enclosing mode. There are two enclosing modes: crossing selection and window selection. Window selection will select only objects that are completely within the drag area. Crossing selection will select all objects that are even slightly within the drag area. Toggle according to the operation. Go to page 8. It is how to select lines by double-click. You can select multiple lines by shift-click. But when you select connected multiple lines which have no corners, you can select them all with a double-click. When selecting lines by double-clicking, there is a mode that can be combined. It is the double-click selection mode. You can toggle the selection range with this mode. This mode is available with the following menus: notch, parallel line, stitch line, fold pieces, and make right angle. To see if the line is cut or not, you can use endpoint display. When it is on, a circle appears at the end of the line. Go to page 9. It is about settings you can use to make your work go more smoothly. Right-click the canvas, pop-up menu will appear. You can edit the pop-up menu. To edit, click Management Options. Click Edit, right-click menu. Let's add open file. Change the menu order. Click OK. Apply greater than OK and close the option window. Right-click the canvas to check the pop-up menu. Finally, let's take a look at shortcut keys. Most functions have shortcut keys assigned to them. Learning the shortcut keys will help you to work more efficiently. You can find a list of shortcut keys in Help. It is displayed as a PDF file. Please go to page 10 to 11. I explain input mode bar.
Automatic mode detects base point, midpoint, online, notch, etc.
This is called auto snap. In the input mode bar, there is a box, snap value. You can enter a value to specify a specified distance. This time, we enter 50 in snap value and draw a yoke line. Click when a cross appears in the backcenter to draw a line. Auto snap works with several kinds of points, but you can limit where to auto snap. For example, if you change from auto to base point, it will only snap to the base points. Switch to intersection to only snap to the intersection of multiple lines. Switch to free not to snap anywhere. If you do not use auto snap, you can turn off it. When it is off, you can display the snap positions. Base point. Intersection. You can switch the snapping point with the function keys. You can toggle auto snap mode with the F9 key. Please check the shortcut keys list on Help. Go to page 12 and check display mode. Endpoint display. It displays a circle at the endpoint. Grid settings. It displays grid. Let's see its function while drawing lines. There are 3 grid settings. Grid on. Snap on, the grid displays and snaps onto the grid. Grid on. Snap off, the grid displays and do not snap. Grid off. The grid is not displayed. Line pattern display makes dotted lines and dashed lines easier to see when scaling. Go to page 14. Let's see magnet mode with the Move menu. We will now move the sideline to increase the width of the body. First, click the sideline. As the line is cut, double-click to select the sideline. To move the sideline 20 mm to the left of the canvas, select the left arrow and enter 20. Click OK. The sideline moved 20 mm to the left, but there is a gap between the bust and the hem. To modify this, click Undo. This time, let's operate with magnet mode. Magnet mode is toggled on and off with the asterisk key. Red is on. Operate in the same way as before. As the magnet mode is on, the bust line, armhole and hemline adjacent to the sideline were also moved together. Sometimes, the bust line may not be recognized as an adjacent line of the sideline. This is because the bust line is not adjacent to the armhole or the armpit line. In this case, shift-click the edge of the bust line, making sure that the bust line turns green, and then do it. Magnet mode can also be used to adjust the shoulder point. Click the shoulder point and enter the same amount of vertical and horizontal movement in the parameters panel. Shoulder width adjusted. On pieced objects, not only magnet mode but also piece inner mode is needed to adjust the body width. Turn on both magnet mode and piece inner mode and operate in the same way as before. After selecting the line to be moved, set the amount of movement and click OK. If the piece has been graded, you can only adjust the width of the master size with magnet mode and piece inner mode. To adjust the width of all sizes at once, you need to use the all size mode as well. All size mode allows you to correct all sizes at once, without having to regrade. Make sure to turn off magnet mode when the operation is done. By using the all size mode and piece inner mode together, you can change the seam allowance on all sizes. And move the position of the pockets on all sizes at once. Combine modes according to your operation. Go to page 17 and see Copy mode. When you want to copy objects, use the Move menu. Select a shape and move it horizontally. It just moves the objects. Let's move with Copy mode. You can do the same operations without Copy mode by Control-click objects. Next, go to page 17 and check Overlapping Selection mode. Sometimes you cannot select overlapping objects like the orange grain line. In this case, turn on Overlapping Selection mode and then select. It shows the overlapping selection display. When you click a line on the list, the line will react in red. Check the zoom box and click a line on the list to enlarge it. To select the grain line, select on the list and click OK to proceed. Next, go to page 19 and see how to save data. Save newly created data to database with Save as to DB. Saving data in a database makes it easier to manage the data. To send the data to someone via email, use Save File. There are 3 menus on Save File.
Save File saves files as the latest data format. Save PDT file saves files as the old data format.
Save DXF file saves a file as DXF data format. Once you click the menu, it shows the Save File window. Select the save location and click Save. If you save as DXF, you will need to convert the data afterwards.